Hi everyone, Fraser here from the Most Dangerous Podcast. If you've been enjoying the show, don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review. It really helps us to reach more people like you who love the show. Also, you can follow us on Instagram at The Most Dangerous Pod and join the conversation on Facebook at The Most Dangerous Podcast. For those of you who want to go the extra mile, we're on Buy Me a Coffee. So if you'd like to support the show with a small donation, it would mean the world to us. And if you have any suggestions or feedback and want to get in touch, you can email us at jamesandfraserpod@gmail.com. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show.
Good evening and welcome back to the Most Dangerous Good evening and welcome back to the Most Dangerous Podcast. I'm James, as usual, and over there is my good friend Fraser. How are you this week?
I'm okay. Yeah, I'm not too bad. Yeah, I got my blue badge this week. So
Did you officially disabled?
Yeah, officially disabled. And the first thing I'm doing with it tomorrow is I'm going to take in Murray and Teddy to Gulliver's World, and I've got a concession ticket.
Oh, really? Yeah. It's the we were talking last week about that water park that I went to. It looked a bit tired. Well, Gulliver's World also looks a bit tired. It's been there for about 40 years. I think I went when I was in primary school.
It hasn't been painted since.
No, it's still got that ride, with the chairs that goes like the big circle. That was there when I went. Well, I've been since.
The reason I'm going is Laura's taken the older two to London on a Team England cheerleading thing, and I'm alone with the two boys. And I was actually going to take them to the place that's got Thomas Land, because Murray, although he's 11 with his autism, he still loves Thomas the Tank Engine. They obsess about things.
Yeah.
And
Where's
and
that?
Teddy.
Where's Thomas Land?
That's it's down near Birmingham, Drayton Manor.
Right.
And Teddy is 4 and loves Thomas, but it's shut. And the only theme park that's open is Gulliver's World.
Really? Why is it shut?
They're just not open yet for the summer, the spring and
I
summer.
see, right, yeah, the seasonal thing.
Yeah, so Gulliver's World, it is a bit scratty and stuff, but Murray doesn't go on big roller coasters. The two of them will just go on a shitload of rides for a few hours. Bring them home, they'll be tired.
It's a nice day out, yeah. It's not too bad. I mean, we went a couple of years ago. It's okay. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not for us, though, is it? That's what you got to remember. It's for them. So
I know.
And they enjoy it. So it's a nice day out for everyone.
I did notice when you're buying tickets, you're not allowed to buy an adult ticket without a child. So lone adults are not allowed to go.
I'm not surprised, really.
Well, I know, but
come on, it would be a bit weird.
Yeah, sitting on the teacups on your own.
I'm tired. It's been a long week this week, hasn't it? I think.
Yeah,
it's really dragged this week. I'm so tired. I thought of something. I've completely forgot it now.
While you're thinking, on Wednesday I had a round trip to Peterborough.
It's a long way as well.
Yeah, took me nearly 4 hours there, and then did like a fly screen training course, then 4 hours back.
In a day? You did it one day?
Yeah, and then
it's a long way,
I couldn't sleep that night, so I was still awake at 4 or 5 in the morning. Finally got to sleep, got an hour, and then got up and had to do a load of physical work for the day.
It's a dump Peterborough, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit shit. I didn't really go into it.
It's an absolute pigsty. That's what I was going to say, actually. Have you heard the news?
No, go
on. Peppa Pig's mum's pregnant.
I actually have heard that, yeah. That's weird, isn't it?
It's a bit weird, yeah. So congratulations, Mummy Pig.
Yeah. Do you think that she'll be pregnant for 4 or 5 weeks, and then one episode she won't be pregnant, but they'll all be eating bacon sandwiches?
That'd be great, wouldn't it? Yeah. Wonder who the dad is.
Yeah.
David
It'll come
Cameron.
out
half pig, half dog, and like fucking Danny Dog's dad or whatever it is. Yeah,
that'd be great. Imagine that. It'd be like EastEnders.
I know. I saw a video today. Right, sometimes just scrolling through YouTube, whatever, and you know how like you probably do the same because of the podcast. Weird shit comes up, but it was parachuting. It was people parachuting, and whilst parachuting, they were releasing someone's ashes.
Oh, really?
So there's like 3 of them in like a triangle holding this bag, parachuting, and they open the bag and all the ashes start billowing out. But like way down low, you can see there's some fields and stuff, and then there's like a housing estate and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's just going into like gutters and stuff.
Bits of fucking Colin landing in people's cars, gardens, and everything.
Ash cloud.
Yeah, that was a bit weird, really.
Yeah. Like I say, it's been a long week. I did see a post on social media that I quite liked.
Cool.
It said that if you put the words Japanese death in front of any word, it just makes it sound like super sinister. So just any mundane word. So try it. Just like Japanese death.
Japanese death highlight.
There you go. Yeah. Japanese death cuddle. Japanese death glove. You know? Yeah,
it works better with objects, doesn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Japanese death light.
Yeah. Japanese death pencil.
Does it have to be Japanese?
I don't know. I don't know why that. That's always like death pencil sounds, but it's making it Japanese just makes it sort of takes it up a notch. I think. I don't know why. Anyway, enough of that nonsense. Let's crack on because, like I said, it's been a long week, and as per usual, I'm always tired at this time of week. I don't know why we do it on Fridays because I'm always absolutely shattered.
We do it on a Friday because it's the only night of the week that I've actually got peace and quiet in the house. But we could. I mean, we could do it on like a Monday or something.
A Monday would be worse.
Yeah, so
I'm tired. I'm tired every day.
We're just old. That's the problem. Do you know, professional now? People need to start buying us a coffee so that we can retire from our jobs and then we can podcast at like 10 in the morning from our own little studios, like professional podcasters. And then we won't be tired because it'll be our job.
And we can deliver more outstanding content, even better than the content we're delivering right now.
We could, and we'll actually. We've talked about this in the past. We could actually go to places and explore, do little video pods and stuff.
That's the dream. That's the dream.
So
you said you were going to mention something about.
Yeah, so I was looking at our followers, and we're actually growing every week. We're up 21% this month, so we are growing, but we're growing like an oak tree. So we've got some really dedicated, wonderful followers. But if everyone out there, if all our followers, people that listen to us, just ask one person to give us a listen, then obviously it would double overnight. But
get your mum or dad to give us a listen,
or
your brother or your sister or your dog or anything.
Yeah. And even if they don't listen, just get them to follow us on Spotify.
yeah, that'd be great. Just do that. That'd be brilliant.
But no, we give you all this free content out of the goodness of our hearts, and because we just love doing it. But yeah, it'd be great if you just mention us, share us on your Facebook or something.
Yeah, it's only fair.
I know.
Right then, enough of the plug-in.
Mm-hmm.
We're back to American Highways this week. This is our final American Highway podcast of the little mini series that we deliver.
Mm-hmm.
And I've picked one which I'm surprised we didn't pick this earlier. Cool. I mean, it has to be done, doesn't it? Really, when you're talking about American Highways. I mean, I've not told you what it is, but I bet you can guess, can't you?
Not really, no.
Jesus Christ, Route 66.
Oh, right, yeah. I suppose it is. Well, I was trying to think of like a murder or a something serious happened, but just Route 66
Route
in
66,
general. Yeah,
it's the most famous American highway, surely.
I think Tyler said it. When you go into any shop, you go into the range or anything like that, there's pictures of the Route 66 signs.
Yeah, that's it. You can buy T-shirts iconic. with it on, and caps and baseball caps, and everyone knows about it. Yeah. Everyone knows what it is. So there's no specific kind of like murder or event or anything because it's massive, right? Loads of stuff. People have literally written books about things on Route 66.
So am I right that Route 66 was so iconic because it was basically the main road to get from the east to the west of America?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So what I'm going to precisely that. So I'm going to just run through a bit of the history, how it came about, how it became so iconic. You probably know that it doesn't actually exist anymore.
No.
And we'll talk about that and why it doesn't. Yeah. And then I've got 5 spooky spots on Route 66.
Cool.
So if you ever do it, because I think you can do 85% of it now.
Right.
Most of it's been sort of, the other 15% has been replaced by other roads, but you can still drive down certain parts of it. I don't think it's called Route 66, but technically you are going down the same road. And then, so I've got 5 spots that if you ever do it, you can perhaps stop there and have a look, maybe do a ghost tour or stay the night in some of them are hotels and stuff.
I don't get why they've let it stop existing in its entirety, because it is a tourist, it's an attraction to America.
Yeah, but we'll find out.
Right, okay.
So, yes. Route 66, often referred to as the Main Street of America, or the Mother Road. It's one of the most iconic highways in the United States. It was established in 1926, so nearly 100 years ago. It played a historic and crucial role in shaping American travel, commerce, and culture. So it spans nearly 2,500 miles. And it's from Chicago, Illinois to Santa Monica, California. Now, it's not the longest road in the world, because the longest highway in the world, which I did look up before, but I forgot, it's the longest road in the world is the Pan American Highway.
Is that goes from South to North America? No.
It's from Alaska down to Chile. So it goes all the way. Yeah, that's 19,000 miles long.
That's one road?
That's one continuous road, yeah.
Okay, no.
So that's the longest road in the world, according to the Guinness Book of Records.
Yeah.
It's not that. So Route 66 was 2,500 miles. So it's still a fair stretch of road.
Well, do you know John O'Groats to Land's End, I think, is about 800 miles.
800, is it really?
So that's like the furthest corners of UK, 800. Yeah. What is this, 2005?
2,500, yeah.
So it's 3 times the length of the UK.
Probably should have done kilometres, shouldn't we, really?
For who?
For our American listeners.
No, they're miles. Are they? They hate the metric system, yeah. They're still feet and inches and everything.
I thought they do kilometres.
Yeah, because funnily enough, this fly screen course that I've got, I'm doing these like high-end fly screens. It's boring for the listeners. They come from Canada, and all the measurements are in inches and stuff like that, because the North American continent is still metrics. They're still miles.
Right, okay.
Still metric, still imperial.
Yeah. Right, okay. So good to know what we're talking about then. So 2,500 miles from Chicago to Santa Monica. Route 66 became a symbol of freedom, adventure, and the American dream. It was officially decommissioned in 1985, but of course its legacy continues, like we say. We still get T-shirts with it on and merch, all the merch.
What do you mean about decommissioned?
As in, it's not Route 66 anymore. You can't drive along Route 66. It's just different. It's a different network of roads.
Okay.
So, as mentioned, the history of Route 66 begins in the early 20th century. So, the United States realised the need for a national highway system. Prior to its creation, road travel was challenging due to the lack of standardised and connected highways. In 1926, the federal government launched the US highway system, and Route 66 was officially designated as the major transcontinental route connecting the Midwest to the West Coast. The highway was the brainchild of Sirius Avery. Sounds like a Harry Potter.
It does, doesn't it?
He was an Oklahoma businessman and advocate. He was an advocate for improved road infrastructure. Avery envisioned a road that would link rural communities to urban centres, boosting commerce and facilitating travel. The route was strategically planned to pass through small towns and emerging cities, bringing economic benefits to countless businesses and communities along its path.
Wow.
So, yes.
Highways, and then Radiator Springs suffered from that, didn't it?
Who did?
Radiator Springs, where Lightning McQueen ends up.
Who's that?
From the film Cars. The red car.
Oh, I didn't like cars.
Did you not?
No, I never got into it.
Teddy's favourite thing ever. I've watched it about 1 million times.
Really? No, well, I've got girls, haven't I? So I don't think they really got into it. So I'm more of a Frozen guy. Moana. Moana. Like, I've seen that about 30 times.
Moana's all right.
Yeah, it's all right. I've not seen the second one, though. Apparently that... my daughter, she's only like... Well, I say only. She's still like a baby in my eyes, but she's like 11. So that was her favourite film, like, growing up.
Right.
That was hers. And then when the second one came out, when it was announced, it must have been like 9 or 10 when it was announced. She's like, "Oh, I can't believe it. It's just a cash grab from Disney." It's like, you watch too much YouTube.
She is, to be fair. I don't know a lot about her because we spend a worryingly little amount of time together, actually. So from what I get from you, I feel like she is going to be. I think she'll fly quite high. I think she sounds like she questions things and she. I guess switched on.
I hope so. Yeah, she's just recently got into the football, which I'm really surprised about.
Yeah,
I got her a football T-shirt as a joke. Well, not a joke, but she asked for it for Christmas, and I thought I'll get her that, and that'll be the end of that. But it's like every game, she's like, "When are we playing?" Like, yeah, when are we playing? What? Yeah, who's starting? She knows all the team and everything. It's and tonight, in fact, she created her own. The FIFA cards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she did her own player profile FIFA card type thing with the ratings and stuff. It's a bit weird. It's like she does get obsessed about things. It's a bit worrying, actually.
The last 3 Christmases, Maddie's asked for a Rangers shirt. She's asked for it,
Yeah.
But she kind of comes in. What's the score? She doesn't really.
Yeah, I know. She sits down with me and watches it. It's quite funny. I don't know how long it'll last, but it's only because we're winning. If we shit, then she'll probably knock it on the head. Yeah. Anyway, the golden age of Route 66. So during the 1930s and the 1940s, Route 66 gained national prominence. The Great Depression forced many families, especially those affected by the Dust Bowl, to migrate west in search of work and a better life. So John Steinbeck's novel, The Grapes of Wrath, famously highlighted Route 66 as a pathway to opportunity, calling it the Mother Road of American migration.
Did you say they were migrating west? Sorry, James.
No, carry on.
Did you say they were migrating west?
Migrate west.
Yeah. So that's like the New York, Chicago people going over to California and stuff.
Yeah, I suppose like the middle states, the Dust Bowl is kind of like around there, isn't it? Like where it's just kind of
Texas and New Mexico and Arizona and stuff.
Not a lot's going on, and
they were heading to California.
It looks like it, yeah. And then in World War II, it was Route 66 importance was solidified. It became a major military transport route. The highway connected key military bases and industrial hubs. It allowed the efficient movement of troops and supplies. And then after the war, with the rise of the automobile industry and increased prosperity, Route 66 became famous for American road trips and families and travellers and adventure seekers as well. Taking to the road and stopping at diners and motels and roadside attractions. It pretty much defined mid-century America, I think. It's the famous road trip movie. I don't know I can't think of one off the top of my head, but it's like...
Well, there's the first Griswold's one, the Wally World one, where... there's the Griswold's Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
There's the first vacation where they go to Wally World and they travel... I think it's meant to be like Route 66. The world's biggest shoe and stuff like that, and all the weird shit that they see.
Just the biggest, like... ball,
the
elastic ball or whatever, like elastic band ball and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's got loads of that shit along it. But yeah, it's what you think of, isn't it? I'd love to do it actually. Like I say, it's not fully there anymore, but I think you can do it in like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
like gradually over a couple of days, or day driving, stop somewhere, day driving.
There's been recent programs. Billy Connolly did Route 66, and Carl Pilkington on the Idiot Abroad, he does Route 66.
Oh, did he? Yeah.
Obviously, enough. They give him like one of them smart cars, like tiny little.
I don't think I've seen that one actually.
So that it's there enough to go on it. But
yeah, like I say, it's 85% of it remains. Yeah. It's not officially Route 66, but you're driving along the same route.
Yeah.
So its decline and decommission, that came in, well, the decline, I suppose, came in the 1950s and the 60s, and that with the advent of the interstate highway system. Now, this was President Eisenhower, and he was really influenced by the Germany's Autobahn network. And he really championed the development of faster and safer highways. He developed new interstates such as the I-40, the I-55, the I-10, and that bypassed much of Route 66, which led to its decline.
Yeah.
And then in 1985, Route 66 was officially removed from the US highway system. Many of the sections of the road were abandoned, while others were incorporated into local and state road networks. I suppose the decommissioning marked the end of an era, really. But the nostalgia never faded, I don't think.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking at it on a map. I'm listening to you. So there are bits of it that are still called Route 66. But yeah, you can see where it sort of disappears and stuff. It goes through Springfield.
Yeah. There's about 3 or 4 Springfields in.
I know. Isn't that why they chose the name? So
yeah,
no one could actually work out where it was.
Yeah.
Goes through Albuquerque. Albuquerque just doesn't. It sounds like somewhere that was made up for movies, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's like mad. You don't realise that all these places actually really. We see them in the movies and stuff.
Yeah, it'd be cool. It was Las Vegas as well.
Yeah, Santa Fe, the Disney hotel that's all themed for cars is called the Santa Fe Hotel, and you just think it's all made up. It's actually real places.
Yeah, I mean, like that's it. It's got some. The nostalgia's definitely there, and you think of Route 66. It'd be. I love it, mate. That would be my ideal sort of holiday. Yeah, because I hate driving in the UK, particularly in the UK towns.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so busy, and I'm always stressed that I'm going to hit something, or someone's going to hit me, and it's like you either stop or you're going about 20 miles an hour somewhere. But I'd just love to these open roads that you see like pictures of them, and it's just all you can see. It's just flat land, and for the next 30 miles, which you can see ahead of you, it's just road. I just love to sort of put my foot down and just go.
The thing is, in America as well, like the cars are proper machines. I mean, the last few times I've driven, and you get there's 7 of us, as people probably know listening to the podcast. There was 7 of us in this car, and enough boot space for about 5 suitcases and stuff. Big beasts, and
everything's
like
just
sitting
bigger,
on a
isn't
sofa. It? Yeah. You're sitting in this big comfy chair, you got cruise control and all that. And it'd be brilliant. But I think if you were doing it, you'd probably have to do it in a soft top. You'd have to be able to put the roof down at times.
Yeah, that'd be pretty smart, yeah. Or a bike. A bike would be good, but you get a saddle sore off that. Or a horse, you don't have a horse.
I'm trying to think, I think Billy does it on his big trike.
There's a trike thing he does it on,
Yeah.
I remember that.
That'd be great. Because it's more chilled than a bike, because you're not worried about, falling off and stuff.
I guess, but I don't know. You would get saddle sore. It's a long way to go on a bike, isn't it? Regardless if you're not cycling it, obviously, but regardless, the way that because you're hunched over a little bit, aren't you?
I was going to say, try cycling to Snowdonia. Fucking hell. I wouldn't mind sitting on a motorbike seat after that.
I think, it's convertible is probably the way forward there, I think.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so that's the roundabout history of Route 66. Like I said, people have literally written books about this subject, so if you are interested in roads, go and find a book on it. We're not here to go in all that deep, we haven't got time.
It's not the road that's important though, is it? It's everything that's along the side of the road.
That's it. It's the history and the nostalgia.
Again, I've been to America, I've been to Denny's, I've been to the typical diners, but I'd love to be in one of those diners where it's just desert, and there's the diner, and the wee old woman comes up and throws your pancakes down. There you go.
Yeah, coffee on a refillable cup.
Tumbleweed rolling along the road, and you'd feel like you're in a movie, because to us, America's just what we see in the movies.
That's it. Yeah. Exactly
it's
that.
Like it'd be crazy.
Right. Okay. So that's Route 66. Like I said at the top of the episode, we're going to look at some spooky spots along the way. I did say last week I'd perhaps look into a murder, but I don't know. I do like murder. I prefer spooky stuff though.
Yeah.
So let's have a look, shall we? 5 spooky spots on Route 66.
Cool.
So the first one I've got here, it's in Arizona. It's called Hotel Monte Vista.
Right.
It's famous for its haunted history, with numerous ghost sightings and eerie experiences reported by guests and staff. The hotel was built in 1927. It's hosted loads of celebrities, outlaws and travellers. But it says here, many seem to have never left. Ooh.
Right. Did they actually leave, or?
Yeah, loads left. Some didn't. Some didn't. For example, the Phantom Bellboy. so guests have reported hearing a knock on their door, followed by a ghostly voice announcing room service. However, when they open the door, no one's there. Some guests have even said that they've seen the bellboy in an old-fashioned uniform standing outside their room, and then he just vanishes.
Oh, that's brilliant.
In room 305 in this hotel, there's a rocking chair. So this is one of the most haunted rooms in the hotel, apparently. It's said to be occupied by the spirit of an elderly woman who used to sit by the window for hours. And today, guests and staff have reported seeing a rocking chair moving on its own.
Wow. Throw it away.
Yeah, just move it. Don't put it there. And some have even said they've seen the apparition sitting in it as well.
Wow. I'd be throwing that chair away.
Yeah, just don't have that it by the window in that room. And then it won't happen anymore. So, well, unless you want... I want to see a ghost, to be honest. I really do.
You've said that. It's one of those things you'd want to see one, but if you saw one, you'd shit yourself.
Yeah, you'd probably regret it, especially if it attaches itself to you or whatever you do.
Because you'd also say, well, now I know that they really are out there.
Yeah, but it'd still be the same question for me.
Yeah.
What are they? Are they ghosts? Are they like spectral things? Are they kind of like time slip things? Who knows? So it still wouldn't sort of like... anyway. Right, another one that people see, the bank robber ghost. So this is the same hotel. There's loads of ghosts in here. Oh. So in the 1970s, a bank robber was shot and killed in the hotel's foyer or lounge while celebrating a heist. Though he died on the spot, his spirit is said to linger in the bar, and people report hearing disembodied laughter.
Wow.
Do
you know who shot him?
Police, maybe? Or maybe
police caught up with him.
Rival gang, it doesn't say. Ghostly children. Several guests have reported hearing children laughing and running through the halls, despite no children being present.
That'll be the children that are knocking on the door and going, room service, and running away.
Service. Yeah, some have even heard playful whispers in empty hallways. And then, finally, in this hotel, there's a shadowy figure in the basement. The basement of the hotel is said to be haunted by a dark, shadowy figure. Right. Staff members often feel watched or touched when they're down there. Touched as in like someone pats them on the shoulder, not like...
Yeah. Oh, right, yeah. It's not some like creepy janitor that's down there.
That's possibly it as well, yeah. Right, yeah, so go there if you're on Route 66. That sounds like a barrel of laughs. The next one is the Hotel Monte Vista. Oh no, that's what we've just done.
I was going to say that sounds familiar.
That sounds familiar. No, sorry. That's the hotel. Yeah, that's from there. They're all haunted. There's loads there. The next one is McPike Mansion.
McPike Mansion, wow.
This is in Alton, Illinois. It's considered one of the most haunted houses in the state. So it was built in 1869 by Henry Guest McPike. The mansion has a long history of paranormal activity and eerie encounters. Over the year, it has been abandoned, vandalised, and left to decay, but it remains a hotspot for ghost hunters and paranormal enthusiasts. So visitors and investigators have reported various supernatural occurrences, including the spirit of Eleanor McPike, Some believe that Henry McPike's wife, Eleanor, still lingers in the mansion. Her apparition has allegedly been seen and her presence felt in different rooms.
Wow.
You know, when you feel a presence, I don't think you can name a presence, though, can you?
No.
Could just be anything. Like, I feel Eleanor's presence. So you don't. You just feel like... Anyway.
Yeah, how do you know it's Eleanor's presence?
Exactly, yeah.
Did you say this... Is this a hotel now, or is it just a big house?
Just a big house, this one, yeah.
Like, someone just lives there, or is it... Is it like a National Trust type thing? Obviously, it's different in America.
Well, the last thing it says, it's been left to decay. I don't know whether someone now owns it, or whether it's just sort of left to... excuse me. It's in disrepair. I'm not too sure. You'll have to have a look at that yourself. It'd be a shame if it was just left. Mm-hmm. That's the thing. Like in the USA, houses, a lot of them are just built with like wood and stuff, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're just kind of like they have a shelf life. Whereas here, we build stuff with bricks and
properly. Yeah.
I wouldn't say properly. I think it's a good idea. You know, like
we haven't got the weather for wooden houses, have we?
No, that's true. Well, tell that to Sweden.
In Australia, you can actually move your house. There's a lot of houses that are built on like stilts.
You just
and
shift
you get them literally. When they say a moving house, it's your house is in the back of a fucking lorry.
I'm moving house literally.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few others in this McPike mansion. Mysterious orbs, shadow figures. Many visitors reports seeing shadow figures are moving through the house. Cold spots, disembodied voices, the usual stuff. Another basement haunting.
Mm-hmm.
The basement is one of the most active areas. It reports unseen hands touching visitors. It's that janitor again.
Yeah.
Strange mist-like apparitions appearing in photographs. Sorry?
I was going to say it's like a janitor touching people and then going, ooh, so they think it's a ghost, not a real man. That reminds me, there was a night when I lived in my little flat in Broughton, and you lived with me at the time, and Big Ross came to have a few beers one night, but I was working the next day, so I went to bed.
Oh yeah.
And you and Ross carried on drinking, and decided.
Like us.
No, yes, unusual, yeah.
Unusual for us, that. Yeah.
But I woke up about 4 a.m, and you were in my room trying to steal my phone for something. I remember I woke up and you were dead pissed, and you looked at me and went, "It's just a dream. It's just a dream."
I don't remember why I was there. I don't remember that.
Yeah, I remember it because I wasn't pissed. I was like,
probably send you a picture of my arse or something.
I don't know. I think you were just trying to text random people. Let's text random people off Fraser's phone and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's the sort of how we laughed.
Yes.
So McPike Mansion. Some people say it was built on a Native American burial ground.
Of course it was,
and that's why it's so haunted.
Mm-hmm.
Alton itself is actually one of the most haunted towns in America due to its history of violence, war, and tragedy.
Mm-hmm.
It says here, so the mansion, while the mansion remains in a state of disrepair, it's occasionally open for ghost tours and paranormal investigations.
Right.
So so no one's living there at the moment.
There must be someone. There'll be some like old woman in like New York or something that's like inherited this down the line.
Just got it. Doesn't know what to do.
Just owns it. Yeah. It'll be something like that. It's when you say about like on a Native American burial ground stuff, I always think when they have these hauntings and these haunted areas and stuff, there's always like a story behind it. Oh, a lot of people died there, or this or that, and it's like a chicken and an egg. The people think they see ghosts because they know that there was a lot of death there.
Well, that's it. It's very suggestive, isn't it?
Are they actually seeing ghosts because there was a lot of death there?
That's the thing. If you go somewhere and someone goes, do you know that this was built on the ancient Native American burial ground? Mm-hmm. Immediately you go, fucking hell, that's a bit scary, isn't it? But is it though? It's just, loads of things are built on burial grounds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's, I don't know, like, I was just going to say, like, there's like this kind of idea that they were very spiritual people, or still are very spiritual people, and things like that. And they had like a lot of rituals and procedures and things like that. But just because it's built on a burial ground doesn't immediately make it like, I suppose, sacred ground, I guess. But then,
yeah, but billions of things have lived and died in this planet.
Well, that's it. The university I went to, there was a park out the front of it, and that park used to be a graveyard.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard anyone see a ghost in there.
No.
But anyway, right. Next one, third one, nearly there. Bloody hell. So the Hornet Spook Light. So also known simply as the Spook Light. So it's a mysterious, unexplained phenomenon. I can never say that. Unexplained thing reported near the small town of Quapac, Oklahoma, close to the border of Missouri and Kansas. It's preserved in the remote area known as Devil's Promenade, along with the stretch of road between Quapac, however you say that, and Joplin, Missouri.
Joplin, like Janis Joplin.
Yeah. So the spook light is often described as an orange, yellow, or white glowing orb. It appears to hover or move erratically or dart across the landscape. Witnesses say that it bobs up and down, splits into multiple lights, and even follows vehicles. It's been reported since at least the 19th century, making it one of the most longest documented ghost light phenomenon in the USA.
I've just looked up the name of that town. I couldn't say it either.
No.
I sympathise with you there.
Can you give it a try?
It's like Quinnipiac or something.
Quinnipiac, I think that's probably right, yeah. Quinnipiac. Right.
Stupid name.
So there's several folk legends for this and scientific theories about this, about the origins of this spook light. Legends, a Native American ghost.
Oh, of course.
Or it could be a headless miner or soldier.
Right.
Even though it's a ball of light. Or a lost soul. Could be one of them as well. Scientific explanations say that it could be a car headlight. Natural gas ignitions. Because there's lots of swamp gas around, like methane, could ignite and create this glowing light. And then something else which I can't say, I can't read that. So there has been attempts to investigate what this is. The US Army Corps of Engineers studied the light in the 1940s but couldn't find a conclusion. Paranormal investigators and scientists have also tried to track the source, but no definitive cause has been identified.
Wow. So
nobody knows why this light, this orb, just kind of pops up every now and then and scoots across the sky.
So plenty of people have seen it. Is there?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, there's the fucking orb again.
The orb thing, yeah.
Wow.
It attracts tourists and ghost hunters, and you want to catch a glimpse. Many visitors park along East Road 50 at night, hoping to see the glowing orbs. So if you're in that area, that neck of the woods, or we did have a message, didn't we, not too long ago about, was it the Beast of Bray Road or was it something like that?
Yeah, there was a comment in one of my posts, and this guy was like, "I live around the corner from that." Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So if anyone's seen these, so East Road 50, where did I say it was?
Quinnipiac.
Yeah. Oklahoma. So if anyone's listening out there and you've come across these spook lights, drop us a message or drop us a photo if you've got one. So I'm quite intrigued about these things. I don't know what they are.
We do want people to get more involved. I don't know if anyone's actually noticed that the last few times we've drawn something out of the hat, we haven't actually put anything back in.
Oh yeah, we need suggestions.
So, yeah, give us a couple. I mean, we can put suggestions in. I can put 100 suggestions in that I've made up myself. But it'd be nice to actually have some listener suggestions.
Yeah, we want to give the people what the people want. That's the thing, isn't
it? I mean, nothing like, don't put like dicks or anything like that. Just like decent suggestions.
That won't go in. By the way, if you suggest dicks, it won't go in.
No, we're not. I'm not doing 4 episodes on that. Not that kind of show.
There's so much you can talk about that. Yes. Number 4 on the list, we've got La Fonda on the Plaza.
La Fonda, is that a woman?
Yeah, La Fonda. historical hotel in Santa Fe, New Mexico. It's famous for its rich history and once again its paranormal activity. The current building dates back to 1922, but inns have stood on the site ever since the early 1600s, making it the oldest hotel location in the United States. Over the centuries, many ghostly legends have emerged, drawing in paranormal enthusiasts.
That sounds a bit like the one that you did at Halloween. The inn that had been there since like records began or whatever.
Oh, the ancient Ram Inn.
In memorandum, was it, or something like that?
Yeah, and that was, I mean, respect to America, that's 1600. That Ram Inn was from like 900 or something.
Yeah, but we've got history.
The UK is where the history comes from.
Yeah.
Notable ghosts in La Fonda Hotel. The Honourable John P. Slough. Honourable as well. He was a former Chief Justice of the New Mexico Territorial Supreme Court. And he was shot and killed in the hotel in 1867 after an argument.
Wow.
Some guests have claimed to have seen his apparition wandering in the hallway. We've also got another gambling spectre. Did we have a gambling one before? Or was it a robber? It was a robber. Yeah. Gambling spectre. In the 19th century, a gambler allegedly lost everything in a card game and, in despair, jumped into a well located. What the fuck? In the 19th century, a gambler allegedly lost everything in a card game and, in despair, killed himself. Visitors report seeing a shadowy figure near a well, which she must have jumped down.
I might have to leave that whole bit in for context, you know.
I see it now. Right, he jumped into a well, which is now located in the hotel's dining room.
Okay.
Reporters see a shadow figure. Oh, bloody hell. Where the well was, they see things. Okay.
Cool.
A ghostly young bride. Some stories tell of a young bride who died tragically in the hotel. And a spirit can sometimes be seen floating in a wedding gown. And then there's other paranormal activity as well. So go there if you're on Route 66. And then finally, so the Kingman UFO incident refers to a reported event. Yeah, I thought I'd throw a UFO one because I was trying to find like if there's any specific kind of like UFO thing or area that people, and there's not really. But this one's from 1953, and this is in Kingman, Arizona.
Yeah.
Apparently, a flying saucer was said to have crashed or landed in this area at that point. I mean, we're talking about 70 years ago, so I don't know how relevant that is now. According to some accounts, a flying saucer was spotted in the sky before it crashed to the ground. And the incident allegedly took place not far from the town, and there were reports of military involvement soon after.
Wow.
Yeah, some witnesses claim that the military quickly arrived and secured the crash site, taking control of the area. Speculation arose that the military recovered a flying saucer and possibly extraterrestrial bodies.
Wow.
Pretty similar to the Roswell incident of 1947. There was no official confirmation of the crash. And the US government did not release any information about the event, which led to theories of a cover-up. Over the years, several individuals have come forward claiming to have knowledge about the incident or alleging that they were involved in retrieving the craft. Some even claim to have seen recovered bodies of the extraterrestrials. However, no physical evidence can support these claims. So there we go. There's a couple of spots you can visit if you go down Route 66. After reading all that, I don't think I'll bother.
I know that we both want to go to bed now, but I'd like to cover UFOs more.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe we could put that in the pot.
UFO sightings or incidents. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm up for that.
It's in the 50s though, aren't they? You noticed
we
that?
We did that Travis. We did that Travis one, didn't we?
Yeah,
that was
Travis
the 70s.
Walton, was it?
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We sort of tried our best at that one.
So, in a very quick answer, do you think anything's ever come from outer space and landed on this planet?
Don't know.
No.
I think that's quite unlikely, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think there is life on other planets.
There must be. There's like 300 trillion billion other planets out there. There's got to be.
But the idea of like little green men running around in spaceships and going to visit and trailblazing through the stars is a bit far fetched for me, I think. Mm-hmm. But I don't know.
We'll leave the rest of that for another episode. I was just intrigued. Because I don't think aliens have landed on this planet. I think America have sent secret things up into the sky and they've fallen back down.
Possibly. The UFO one, I think we'll throw that in the hat, actually. We could do.
Yeah.
We'll have a talk about that. But anyway, back on today's topic, Route 66. I would love to do that journey. I think it's on my bucket list, definitely. There's not many things that are on my bucket list.
Yeah.
But that's definitely one of them. I'd love to go down that journey. I don't know if I'd go and visit these random places, but I think it would be such a major experience. It's one of those things that I think you, at the end of your life, you would go, I remember that, and it was brilliant. So that's why I had to throw it into American highways, I think.
I'd love to do Route 66, but there's kind of other things that I would rather do in America. We've talked about this a couple of weeks ago. The route I would always dream of doing is the Californian coast. So right up, is it San Diego or San Francisco? Whichever one's at the top. I think San Diego's at the bottom, San Francisco's at the top.
But I think you get such a more diverse like habitats.
I know what you mean, yeah.
Going through from Chicago down to California, you're basically going from sort of not Arctic terrain, I guess, like, but it does get cold in Chicago. You're going through from like almost like Britain, but colder. Yeah. Going down through sort of mountains to desert and then to tropical weather almost in California. This is such a different, diverse. If you do that one that you're saying, I get you're going from the sort of tropical, nice kind of warm weather up to the cold weather. Yeah. But I don't know if it's that diverse. I don't know if it's that different. I'm sure it's very different. I'm sure there's lots of different lovely scenery you'd see. Yeah. But I think the change in what you would see going from Chicago down to like Texas in desert, or across to the coast, I just think it'd be fantastic. That's I'm not saying yours wouldn't be great.
It would be brilliant, but I think that what I've learned is there's an awful lot of nothing on that road as well. There is hours of just nothingness.
But then, but again, I think I'd quite like that because I'd like some time, some quiet time, just to sort of reflect because I don't get a lot of that. And then
you just shout "fuck" as loud as you can.
Yeah. What am I doing?
I was. I went upstairs. It was yesterday, maybe today. I can't remember. It's all one. I went upstairs and you turn right and you walk past Teddy's bedroom door to our bedroom door. I was going into our room, and I just quietly heard, "Fucking hell, fucking hell," and I just peeked round his door and he was just sitting on his bed, just going, "Fucking hell," as if like I can get away with saying this because no one's listening.
Oh really? I thought he'd been like had a bad day.
No, it was just like if I'm in my room, my own, I can say it, and no one will tell me off.
Yeah.
But he's 4.
Did you tell him off?
No.
What the fuck are you saying?
Yeah. I try not to overreact because when he was a little bit younger, he picked up a couple of swear words, and then you tell him off, and then he knows that he's got you, so he'll repeat it again.
Oh, yeah.
So I try and sort of say to him, "Listen, Ted, that's not nice. Don't say that. Not overreact, don't laugh, don't shocked,
Yeah, I know what you mean. But, I mean, we never really... I mean, I've got girls. Girls are different, aren't they? We're never really too bothered about words. The thing about words is it's not what you say, it's how you say them.
It's context, isn't it? It's just...
Exactly. So if someone sat there going fucking hell to themselves, it doesn't matter, does it? But so if he was in the shops one day and turned around to like, I don't know, another like an adult and went fuck off, then there's a problem. Then there's a problem, isn't there?
Yeah, I had this conversation with the older two a couple of years ago. I said, I'm not going to tell you off if you drop something and say fuck or shit or something, you know. But if you tell me to fuck off, then
that's where the issue arises. Yeah,
I'll have to click the explicit button when I upload this tomorrow night.
Right. Okay. I think we're done here. So that's a long episode. I didn't realise that I needed that. I only just realised that I didn't need that much, I should say.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you'll master it in the edit.
I'll edit that down, yeah. It'll be about 20 minutes when I'm finished.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, that's the end of our American Highways series. Thank you very much for tuning in. Please continue to listen. We like making the content and we like you listening to it. As Fraser said earlier, share it, send it to your friends, see if they like it. If they don't, just get them to 5-star it anyway. It takes 2 seconds.
Yeah. And even if you don't listen to it, just follow us anyway. Helps.
Yeah, just do it. Just do it. It's easy. It's easy.
But I appreciate your efforts tonight, James. That was well prepared.
Right. Okay. Yeah, we'll leave it there then, shall we? And we'll see you. We're doing next week, aren't we? We're doing the draw next week.
We'll do the draw next week, and then we'll see how we're
having a break. Are we?
Week off. Yeah.
Week off. It's always good to have a week off. Cool.
But we'll do the draw so that we've got time to prepare.
Good. Okay. See you all next week then.
Thanks, James. See you soon. Take care.
Good night.
Bye.
Did you write me into that policy as well, perchance?
I didn't, sadly.
Because you can always change it. You can do with a bit of cash. Right, anyway. Don't die. We need this podcast to be... If this podcast takes off like it should do, then, it's sounded it.
Yeah,
we could just nap all day and then do this.
Podcast from my wheelchair.
And that's it, yeah. We'll take you over Niagara Falls on your wheelchair. Sit there.
I was thinking about that the other day. Like, do you remember the story? I mean, you must have seen stories of people trying to be the first person to go over Niagara Falls in a barrel.
Yeah. I've seen that before, yeah.
What runs through someone's head when they want to do that? Well, imagine the conversation around the dinner table. I want to be the first guy to go over Niagara Falls in a barrel.
Has anyone ever done it?
I think people have survived it.
Survived, yeah. Because I would imagine you get crushed.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I've heard people doing it and stuff, yeah. On Red Dead, Red Dead Redemption?
Yeah.
The second one, the one that's like groundbreaking.
Yeah.
And there's a waterfall somewhere in there, and at the bottom of it, there's a remains of a body in a broken barrel next to it.
Is there?
Yeah.
I've never found that.
Yeah, I found it once.
Right, okay, so here we go. Annie Edson Taylor was the first person, so it was a woman. That sounds really sexist, but a strange thing, women didn't do things like this.
Women are lighter, aren't they? So maybe,
yeah. It was the first person to survive a trip over Niagara Falls in a barrel on October the 24th, 1901.
Oh, really? Wow.
And that's why I say women don't do these things. I mean, back then, it was usually the men are off doing things.
Men are stupid, though, that's why.
Yeah. And she was a school teacher from Michigan. She was 63 years old at the time.
63? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's impressive, isn't it?
Oh, she cheated. It was a custom-made barrel made of oak and iron and was padded with a mattress.
It's fair enough, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Come on. You gotta give us some due, some due respect.
So, yeah, it looks like there's quite a few people have done it.
Yeah.
A little bonus for the podcast listeners there.